Hey guys, how's it going? It's Cornel here, and in today's video we are going to learn the best Facebook ads strategy to grow your apparel and clothing store in 2021. And by the end of this video you are going to learn exactly how to save money with your Facebook ads, to increase your sale and to scale your store, and also how to save time while doing it. Now, I know that this strategy is successful because I use it for new stores and also for multiple 7-figure brands that sell around the world. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Before we jump into the strategy and see exactly how we can run the ads and produce the results, we need to understand one key factor that will actually influence all the success that we are going to have, and that is the classic structure of a funnel, which it looks like this. We have the top of the funnel, we have the middle of the funnel, we have the bottom of the funnel, and also a thing that a lot of people actually miss out on are the existing customers, which will be actually right at the bottom. So first thing first, we have the cold ads, we have the top of the funnel. And these are the people that never engage with your business. They don't know anything about you, and they are just strangers. These are people that might actually just stumble on your website, and they might or might not become a customer. And this is really important because a lot of people are stuck here, and they only focus on the cold ads without thinking of the rest of the funnel. But also here is where you can lose lots of money and not seeing the results, and this is what can actually drain your budget. But we are going to see exactly how to effectively advertise for these people. The goal of cold ad is not necessarily to sell, but is actually to bring awareness to your business. And this is exactly what we need to think about when we are creating the cold ads. And with that in mind, there are some key points that you need to keep in mind when you start your cold advertising. And the audiences that you want to use here are usually interests, broad, or lookalike audiences. Another thing that you can do here, and it's really important, is to test audiences and to test creatives. Because you have the largest pool of people, here you can test your stuff. Here is where you can validate your audiences and validate your creatives. And because of that, you are going to have some winner campaigns here that will bring lots of sales to your business. Now let's jump into the key points that you need to have when you start your ads, when you create your ads. First thing first, keep in mind that these are the cold ads. These are people that don't know anything about you, so the ads need to be eye-catching. And we are talking especially about the creatives, because when you think about it, when you scroll down on Facebook or on Instagram, the first thing that you see is the creative. You are not looking at the text, and you are not looking necessarily at the headline, but you see the creative. And even if it's an image or a video, it needs to be something eye-catching, and it needs to retain the attention of a user. And because the attention span of average human being is decreasing rapidly, and the latest study, which were a few years ago, revealed that the humans have an attention span lower than a goldfish, which is crazy when you think about it. Having this in mind, you need to actually create something really eye-catching, something that engage the user. And that's really important, and I can't stress this enough. If your creative is not good and if it's not relevant for your audience, you are not going to sell. And I've tried it a lot. I tried with really complex copywriting, really relevant headline, clickbait, all this kind of stuff. What I saw is that if you have a great creative, and especially a video, if you have that, you are going to sell way much more than you would sell with anything else. So be extra careful and test your creative. Make sure that you have the best one. And when we are talking about the text, you need to keep it short. And you are going to have plenty of opportunities to expand that, to use the pain points of your customers, stuff like this. But in the beginning, for the cold ads, you need to keep it short. And think about yourself when you scroll and you find something interesting. You want to be able to consume it quickly. If it takes you a long time, or it seems like it will take you a long time to read that, to consume that, probably you are just going to skip it. Now, this is how the majority of the people think, so you need to keep it short. If you're following all of these points, your cold advertising will actually have massive success. Now, let's talk about the warm ads. And this is the middle of the funnel, by the way, and this is my favorite because this is where the majority of the effort goes in as a copywriting, as a person that understands human psychology. And this is where you need to convince the people that your product or your brand is the best and that they need it. And you can do that in multiple ways. You have benefits, which is really important. And the big one, don't focus on the features. And I know you heard this a lot, but don't focus on the feature of your product. It's not like you have long sleeves or short sleeves, it's pink or black, doesn't matter. You need to focus on the benefits. So another benefit would be like it's really cozy. You can wear it when you are chilling at home or when you go to a party, stuff like these things that people see as benefits. This is what you need to focus on. The next thing is to connect with your audience, and this is a big one because if you can connect with your audience, they will fight for your brand and they will become your fans. And you can see this in Apple, they did it amazingly well. And you can do this by, first of all, telling your story. And if they relate to your story, they will connect with you and they will be drawn to your brand and they will fight for your products and for your brand. And when you are doing this, keep in mind that you need to have a strong personality, or the brand needs to have a strong personality, and you need to have a brand voice that is consistent. That's super key. Another thing that you can do is to actually know their problems and expand on that. So if you are part of that audience, or your brand is targeting a specific niche, you should actually know their problems and you should know what they struggle, and you can provide a solution for that. For example, there are a lot of brands that said or that state they are empowering women to do so. But when you look at their ads, basically they're just selling clothes and there's nothing related to that. That's a great point. That's a great story, let's say. But you need to be congruent with that, and the audience need to know that you are doing something for them, and they need to know that you understand their problems and you fight for their problems. You don't need to go really hard on this. You don't need to say, okay, we are donating all this money to help this goal, but you need to know their problems, and if you can sprinkle that understanding of their problems in your ads and in your marketing, the success will be way much higher. You can try that. I've done it multiple times, but when I did it and when I nailed it down really good, the results were incredible. Another thing is to evoke emotions. And this is the last thing and the most important thing here is to create emotions, because people buy based on emotions and then justify with logic. And if you are able to create emotion, and you can do that by listing the benefits, and that means that you are solving a problem, by expanding on their issues or what they believe in, also by telling your story so they can connect with that story. By doing so, you are provoking emotions, and when they are in an emotional state, they, as I said, will fight for your brand and they can actually purchase way much more, and they will be way much happier with their purchase because they were in this emotional state. But if you fail to do that, the results won't be that great. And a few examples of this are all the people that are offering discounts on the top of the funnel or middle of the funnel, thinking that people only think about money. That's the only objection, but it's not. So they just say like, buy this t-shirt, we have the new collection, we have the new color for this t-shirt, but that doesn't matter. You need to provoke emotions. So if you do that, the success will be there, and this is the most important thing. Keep in mind that you can do. The goal here is to sell and also to get people on your website, because these are the people that saw your ads, engage with your ads, they like the post, they engage with it. Maybe they went on your website, but they only stay on the main page, they subscribe to your list, but they did not purchase, add it to cart, or visit relevant pages so far. So you need to get them on those pages or also to sell. And for the audience, as I said, you have the social media engagement, you have the general page views. Also, you can use the email list, just like the general subscribers, to use in this audience to target on the middle of the funnel. Now on the middle of the funnel, you can use special offers, you can use fear of missing out. Maybe you have 1+1, you have a time sensitive offer, but I do not recommend using discounts at this level because people did not show the interest in your product yet. They did not want to buy, and the money objection is not necessarily a valid one at this point. So I don't recommend using discounts. Now let's jump into the hot ads. This is the bottom of the funnel. This is the easiest one. This is where you are going to see the profits pouring. This is where you are going to bet in money. The return on ad spend is crazy here and you are just gonna love it. Some people call this the low-hanging fruits because it's super easy to sell because they showed interest in your product. So I'm talking about people that already added to cart, that view content, that browse through your website, search for different things, they initiate a checkout or even added the payment method, but they did not purchase for whatever reason. And because of that, it's super easy to sell to those people. And as an audience on Facebook, we are talking about the add to cart, you are talking about initial checkout, add payment info, and also content view, or maybe page views if you have relevant pages. Maybe you have collection pages, but it's not registered as a content view. These are the audiences that you want to target. And this is the audience where the objection of the money is real, but you need to work on that also. So you need to learn about their objections, because here at this stage real objection occurs and you can learn about your business, you can learn about your offer, and you can just mold your offer based on what people need. And you can do that in multiple ways. First of all, you can use surveys. A really great way to do that, you can install Hotjar on your website, and if you don't have it, if you don't have Lucky Orange or Hotjar, I highly recommend them. I know Hotjar because this is what I'm using. I have a free version and you have the survey option. Basically, you can ask questions like is there something stopping you from purchasing today? And you can put that after 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much a person stays on your website. But yeah, by doing so, you are going to get lots of insights on why people don't purchase from you, and you can use that in your ads, and also you can use that to optimize the conversion rates of your website. And you have lots of stuff here, maybe things that you think that they should know and you have on your website, but they are not checking, like they are worried about the transport, they don't know the return policy, they don't know if you have a certain size, and they don't know if you have money back guarantee, stuff like this that they should know because you have on the website, but they don't know. It's really important, have that on your website, and with that in mind, with the answers that you get, you can actually create ads that talk about those issues. If you see lots of people interested in your return policy, you can create an ad with that one, and you can use it on the you can use it on the hot ads, and by doing so you are going to see amazing conversion rates and amazing results on your ads. And this is the part where I saw like 44 to 100 return on ad spend, which is just mind-blowing. And I had accounts, actually lots of accounts, where we were maybe losing money on the cold ads and we were spending a lot, but because of the middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel, and the advertising for that was on point, we were making money overall and we were able to scale. And as you probably guessed, the goal here is just to produce sales. There's no other goal here. On the hot, you need to produce sales. And some tactics to do that: using discounts, you have special offers, you have fear of missing out. Basically everything you can think of that is an offer and or a promotion, here is where you can use it. And this is where people will appreciate it and they will gladly purchase from you because you give that discount, compared to on the cold ads when people will buy from you only because it's cheap. And the last one are the existing customers. And here you can focus on two things. You can focus on increasing sales, which is totally fine. How you can do that You can do that by offering complementary products based on what they purchased, by showing them your new collections. These are people that purchase from you, and if they purchase multiple times, these are your fans, and this is a highly converting audience. So you need to focus on that. You need to show ads to your existing customers. And as I said, you have the new collections, complementary products, or maybe I don't know, something that completes their purchase. And the other thing is that you can focus on user experience. So after they purchase, you can show an ad with thanking them, not asking anything in return. You can just thank them because they purchase from you, and they will appreciate that. They will appreciate that. Now, as an end note, after I work with lots of people and people making from 0 to multiple 7 figures each year, I learned something really important that you need to keep in mind when you start to advertise or when you want to scale your brand. An ad won't sell unless the offer is great. So you need to focus on the offer, you need to develop, and you need to change, to upgrade your offer to be relevant for the people so the people love it. A great ad won't sell a bad offer, but an average ad will sell a great offer like crazy. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like all these points. And you can take this and you can apply it right now for your business. This is what I'm doing in 2021 for my clients, as I said, from 0 to multiple 7 figures. And this is what works. Of course, there's a lot of work involved. You need to test a lot. You need to play a lot with your audience. But overall, this is what works. And this is what will grow your store. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I will highly appreciate a like. It really helps with the algorithm, and a comment. And in the comment, you can actually let me know if you would like to see a video on a specific topic regarding social media marketing, and I will make sure that I will cover that in the following videos. If not, just write anything down, and an honest feedback will be appreciated. But overall, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like it, and see you in the next one.